Alright, so we are using the halti on Mr. Indy here. What it is it's all very loose. Everything on here is super, super loose. The only time that they feel pressure is when we pull up on the leash. Then that pressure goes over the bridge of the nose on a pressure point that naturally means calm down. So that's something that dogs use with each other and utilize with each other to calm each other down and correct. Good boy. Anytime he messes with his face, I do a little pop, pop. And this is straight out of the kennel, so usually it's that first couple of minutes where they're going to put up a fuss. I don't want to walk nicely on the leash. And then they fall right in. So every time I stop, I'm going to pull up. And then within the next few minutes, every time I stop, he's automatically going to put his butt to the ground. Now, I'm not asking for an obedient sit, because a sit means something different. Sit means, what are you going to give me? Versus doing it as a job with you. So we're working his brain, we're utilizing his drive, because he is a drivey breed, he is a drivey boy, and he's highly insecure. So when he's doing what I want, which is walking right next to me, I don't want his nose glued to the ground, then there's no pressure on his leg. You can see very, very loose. I'm walking with one finger. If he messes with his face, I'm going to stop, pull up, take a step into him, and release, using yielding body language, spatial pressure. So when he's right next to me, no pressure, I stop. Good boy. He gets a good boy when he does it without being asked. That's enough. Much better. Good boy. Come on. And his biggest problem is he has a really hard time focusing on people as a source of information. So he's pretty much been babied, but he's a highly insecure dog. He's looking at the cats. Good boy. Automatic sit, even around the cats. Good boy. Good boy. Come on. I tell him good boy when he does something that I don't ask him. And I don't praise or bribe for expected behaviors. So once his nose hits the ground, 60% of his brain is no longer paying attention to you. And he uses that as avoidance tactic. I don't want to pay attention to you, so I'm going to sniff this pretty flower over here. Good. So it initially takes me probably 3 to 5 minutes to get his focus on me, and then we'll start our walk. So very, very simple. We always do this before we go take him around heavy distractions like people, because then we already have his focus, right? If a small cat is a distraction to him, then a person is going to be a huge distraction to him. We want to set him up for success by not giving him the opportunity to constantly fail. Now, with him, you get what you pet. If you pet a dog who's insecure, you're going to get a highly insecure dog. If you pick up a dog who's insecure, oh my goodness, you're asking for trouble. That's asking him to bite people, right? So his all 4 feet are now glued to the ground. We're acting like he's a 100-pound dog. No longer picking him up, especially when he's acting out, because we're telling him, good boy, we love when you act out. And then we prevent, good boy, we prevent all of those behaviors. I know, what a good boy. See, you do it without being asked, you get lots of attention. Sit. I'll leave it. Here, yes, sit. Good boy. No jumping up, again, all 4 feet on the ground. A lot of his behaviors are controlling behaviors, so you have a highly insecure dog who is given the opportunity to be a leader. Now, the worst kind of leaders are insecure leaders, right? They take advantage of people, and that's exactly what he was doing. So no jumping up is allowed. We're going to kind of go back to the basics for a while, create some really good habits, and then he can earn all of those freedoms that we want him to have. Good boy. Off. See, so you give him a little bit of attention, he wants to take advantage, and then I'm going to speed it up for him, make him think. All that licking is fantastic. It's him trying to calm himself down, making him think, use his brain. Good boy. Stay. Here. Good. I'm not going to let go of the leash first, because he took advantage the last time. Good boy. Let's go. Much better. See those check-ins where he's paying attention to where my legs are? Checking in with me. He's not sniffing the ground when I stop.